everybody, and welcome to the Business Book Cafe, where you can learn from fellow authors what is working for them to leverage their book for sales and profit. You're bound to discover new ways you might make more money from your book, too. I'm your host, Cindy Carruthers, also known as the Beyond Book Sales Coach. And today I am very, very pleased to welcome Martha Mok. She is known as the super confident coach who produces super confident women. She helps coaches with social media support, coaching techniques, lead generation strategies, and she's written a book called Don't Survive, Thrive, Even When Times Are Tough. She is using the book in her business right now, and she's going to share with us exactly how she is doing that. So Martha, welcome. And why don't you start by telling us, a little bit about why you wrote the book?
It was the time that was during COVID, and I feel like that the whole environment is quite low. And at that time, it also inspired me to start my new coaching business as well. And I thought, why not share my story and tell the world what I did during my life of 42 years and how I got out of my depression, my trauma experience, and actually don't survive but thrive in it. And that's what I wanted to share the book with. And with sharing this book, to my surprise, it actually is the reason how I actually got my first 10K month in my business.
Okay, well, such good results. So we know why you write the book. Tell us how you used it to get to a 10K month.
I have a wonderful friend who is very good with funnels and technology. So she helped me to build up a new funnel to link my book with Calendly, which when people can book in their service with me as well. We offer them empowerment session like how I'm going to offer all of you here, and in return we actually got a chance to connect with new clients. So the book to me was like a lead magnet for helping others to actually get in connected with you. And it's also a wonderful what they call an ethical bride. When you are doing podcasts, when you are doing interview, when you are at summit, it's a great way to share your links around and get people to connect with you.
So is that how you are marketing? Because you're not just marketing your book, you're marketing your practice,
Mhm.
and you're giving it as an ethical bribe at virtual networking events nowadays. I suspect there's not too many of them
Exactly.
that you can do in person. Although fingers crossed, we're getting there. We're not quite to that, but hopefully that'll be coming soon. Um, how else are you marketing yourself or your book, just besides the virtual networking? You're doing speaking engagements at summits, and what else?
I also are a very frequent podcast guest that
Okay.
actually help, and running my own summit as well and my own interviews with other people. It's always good to build up a network like what I'm doing with Cindy here today. I'm so grateful for her to have a network to actually connect with different people, to share our experience, to share our learning to all the audience out there.
So you've hosted your own summit and your own podcasts in addition to appearing on other people's programs and summits.
Yes, I'm actually on the path of actually developing my own summit as well because I believe in collaborating with everyone together and learn from each other's expert before we actually find out what is the best solution for us. There's all so many platforms, so many ways to achieve the same goal. But the end of the day is about understanding what is your objective and how do you need to be focused. And after that, your path is a lot more clear.
Mhm. So, and one of the things I ask people is how they plan to monetize their book from the beginning. Obviously, you said you had a friend who helped you put together a funnel, so you had plans on monetizing it. It was designed and written from the heart, but also and to help people, but it also had a very strong business uh, objective from the very beginning.
Exactly.
Were you happy and pleased with the results? Was it go ahead, let me answer, go ahead and answer that. Were you? pleased with how it all turned out, the book as well as the results?
I was so grateful that because when I first written my book, I always have that barrier in me, thinking that my English is not good. I don't have written English. I don't have grammar. But I'm on my fourth book now. And it is a proof to myself and to prove to anyone out there where their English is not their first language, to tell them that it doesn't matter. There's always people that who can help you, to actually support you, to help you to achieve the goal that you want. So that's the reason, one of the reasons why I've written the book. And of course, using it as a lead magnet to actually share and connect to the world. So after that happened, when my friend did the leads and things like that, I was so surprised and with the overwhelming support that I got from the industry. If I'm looking back at my first book now, I'm like, ooh, there's so much more improvement to do, honestly speaking. But it did caught the attention of one of a publishing company called Our Galaxy Publishing to publish my book in like a full version of it. Because this first book that I've written was only a very, very small book. Now they're actually looking into expanding it and putting it, changing the direction a little bit instead of little story to keep everyone inspired, but I wanted to actually make it into a self-help book as well. So people are not going to be only getting inspired by them, but they have action plans to help them to achieve the same result I did. Because for my journey, I come from a very colorful background with 19 years of abusive marriage, sexually molested at a very young age, and also been bullied at school since the age of 6. So if I can actually come out to the light, a lot of you can as well. It's all about having that objective of what I want in my life. All I want now is not business success or money or wealth or anything like that. All I want in life now at my age at 42, been through all of this in my life and plus a pandemic as well, like all of us did. All I want is joy and happiness. And I find that from coaching and sharing with everyone, it is where the joy and happiness that brings to me.
Well, that is wonderful, because that's what makes the world a good place to be, an enjoyable place to be, is when there's happiness and joy from the individual. It radiates out. So healing and helping people, you're right on. Now you had mentioned a couple of what I would say very strong business successes that sounded like, I always ask people what they've come across that was unexpected. And you've mentioned the 10K months, and you've mentioned the you mentioned something, the book deal. So those are two things that were, I would say, you hadn't really anticipated those happening from the very beginning. They kind of surprised you. They snuck up, and they were doors of opportunity that opened that you didn't even know were out there. But flipping it a little bit, because you're not so much focused at this point on the traditional trappings of success. Was there anything of an unexpected nature that came up from either for you personally or for someone whose book, who was touched by your book, that surprised you and made you feel like, wow, this was really worth it. This is really unexpected, but makes me feel really good.
Yes, I recently have a client and he is 70 years old. And he read through my book about 2 or 3 times. And one day I get him to
17.
70.
70.
70.
Okay. Older person. Okay.
Yeah, older person with a full life experience. He's absolutely the most wonderful and sweet gentleman I have met. And on Zoom, that's actually. And then we've been reading my book a few times, and he all of a sudden he have that click in him and said, why don't I write down all the loss that I have in my life because of procrastination, because of things that I didn't follow my heart. He looked at my book and say, this girl who doesn't know anything, who really is so new, but she just got a heart to help. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it for myself. So he let me know that he written down 3 pages on an A4 pages of all the things that he would miss out in his life because of his procrastination and too scared of doing something, trying something. And he said, Martha, I'm a completely new person. Look at me now at 70, finally waking up that I stopped being a people pleaser. I can finally live my life the way I want it. And that's just the greatest achievement for anyone to have. And I encourage all of you readers out there, doesn't matter what background we are, doesn't matter how old we are, doesn't matter what situation we're in, there's always a choice. And all we need to do is the 2 millimeter movement towards the action you need to take fully. So 2 millimeters each time, it will help you to achieve to your final objective.
Okay. That sounds like that would be your recommendation of an action that people could take, is to consider what their goal is and then find that the 2 millimeter, the little itty bitty step that they could possibly take. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that it sounded like we were segueing right into the actionable thing that I have asked you to share as well.
Exactly.
And I know that you're going to offer this book to free to individuals, and at the same time, there will be a link for them to sign up for a free consultation with you. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Is there a description of what maybe they can expect to get out of it, or how you handle these things? So tell us a little bit about that.
Of course, it will be my great pleasure to share this book with you. Thank you for not miming my grammar. Thank you for not minding all the funny graphic that I did. It was my first book, but there's no excuse because I believe that doesn't matter. It's not about getting it right, but it's about getting it started. So that was the approach when I wrote my first book. And if you worry constantly in a state as okay, where would I go in 2 years' time? Would I still be in the same position? Or I want something more, but I'm lost at what is my direction, how to do it, or I don't know what is holding me back. Those are the things that I can help you either in your life, your self-worth, your business, and relationship. So those are the areas that I look after as a coach. So I can help you into just giving you some empowerment. Like I'm not selling anything. It's just like connection is what I care about, and your success is what it will drive me to my success too.
So I'm going to put the link for people to get your book, to be able to download it, and to take a look at your opportunity to book a call with you. I'm going to read it, but I will also put it in the comments for those people who may not see the comments. It's the URL is https://bit.ly/S as in Sam, C as in Charlie, C as in Charlie, Thrive, THRIVE. So the shortened version might be it's a bit.ly link, SCCTHRIVE. And this is always very difficult to say but I like to do that because sometimes people don't read the links, or somehow the comments get lost. You can also connect up with Martha if you'd like to. She says she can be found on Facebook and LinkedIn, but really the bit.ly link is the best place to get a hold of her. Now, do you have any final words of advice or wisdom that you would like to leave our viewers with?
I believe that a lot of us have a story to share. It's not about is our life colorful, is our life interesting or not. For you, as long as that you believe it, other people will starting to believe you. So I suggest everyone to pick up a pen, get a piece of paper and start scribbling. Write something that is meaningful to you and get the chance and work with people like Cindy to help to get your story across, to let people know your side, your belief, and how you can also contribute to this world We only live once, and it's a lovely way to leave a little bit of us behind.
Oh, I like that. That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Martha. I'm so glad that you were able to join us at this time. I want to remind everyone, well, before I say that, I know that she shared a lot of good ideas. I encourage you to listen to this over and over, and also to connect up with her at the bit.ly link that will be dropped into the comments below. And yeah, because she shared a lot of really good things. I think you could really benefit from what she has to say. Let me remind everybody that we will be live again on April 16th, but in May, we're going to start doing a weekly show. If you're interested in being a guest, please send me a message, and please let other author friends know about us. We are the Business Book Bistro, where you can learn from other authors what is working now to market and sell more books, and to discover opportunities that you can use also to take advantage of your book to make more money from it. I'm your host, Cindy Carruthers, signing off now and wishing you much success with your book. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, viewers.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye-bye.